Not everyone who speaks boldly, dresses well, or shines with success is truly confident. Sometimes a narcissist wears the mask of confidence, but beneath it lies deep insecurity. If you misjudge the difference, it might cost you your trust and precious time. But it's scarily true. A narcissist often makes the strongest first impression. They show up charming, articulate, flashing that sharp smile, exuding confidence, like they've got life all figured out. And you'll probably think, wow, this person really knows who they are. But don't trust it too quickly. Because that exact impressive aura, if you're not careful, could be the trap. That pulls you into a toxic connection you never saw coming. There's a saying in America, fake it till you make it. But narcissists? They're not faking confidence to grow. They fake it to manipulate, to dominate, to make you admire them. Then use that admiration as a weapon. In today's world, where everyone wants to appear confident, we're walking a very thin line between authenticity and performance. And if you can't tell the difference between real confidence and well-packaged narcissism, you might just give your trust to the wrong person and pay the price with your peace of mind. Real confidence and fake confidence come apart in one small detail. The biggest difference between a confident person and a narcissist isn't in their posture, speech, or even their success. It lies in how they react when the spotlight is off. A confident person walks into a room and doesn't really care who's watching. They can listen, observe, ask questions, and sometimes they choose silence. Because for them, their worth doesn't depend on being noticed. It comes from within. But a narcissist? They walk in and immediately crave attention. They need the spotlight. They have to be the main character in every conversation. They can't stand being invisible. So their presence becomes loud through words, flashy looks, or even quiet tricks like self-deprecating comments that force others to reassure them. True confidence doesn't need to prove anything. It radiates from someone who accepts both their strengths and flaws. They don't need to be perfect. But a narcissist? They always need to appear flawless, because deep down, they fear rejection. They fear being criticized. And most of all, they fear being exposed for not being as great as they pretend. And here's the dangerous part. When you compliment a confident person, they smile and thank you. But when you stop complimenting a narcissist, then they'll start turning on you. A confident person inspires you. A narcissist drains you. Here is something you start to notice once you've met enough people. A truly confident person will make you feel energized, at ease, even better about yourself just by being around them. But a narcissist? They slowly make you feel smaller, wrong, and like you have to work hard just to earn their approval. An approval that never really comes. Confident people give you space to be yourself. They don't need your admiration. In fact, they're happy when you succeed or shine, because someone else's success doesn't threaten their worth. But narcissists play a different game. They create invisible competitions, silent battles where they must always stay at the center. They'll talk about their success, then ask, "What about you?" But let's be real, they don't actually care about your answer. They're just waiting for you to finish so they can talk about themselves again. Even worse, they manipulate through emotion, a little distance, a little coldness, a little guilt, just enough to make you feel not enough. So you keep trying harder to be seen, not realizing you're caught in a loop you can't win. Confident people help you grow. Narcissists make you shrink. A narcissist makes you confuse love with control. A narcissist rarely controls you with commands, at least not at first. They control with praise, with attention, with affection that feels so intense, you think you've met the most amazing person in the world. They make you feel special. They listen to you. They look at you like you're the only one. They'll say things like, "I've never met anyone like you." But slowly, That sweet attention becomes a silent debt. You start feeling like you owe them back. You start fearing you might disappoint them. You don't want to lose that admiration. So you begin to change, not because you want to, but because you fear not being loved the same way anymore. A confident person loves you deeply too, but they never ask you to change just to keep their love. They give you space. They understand that real love doesn't chain you, it walks beside you. But the narcissist, they want you dependent. They don't want you strong enough to walk away. They love being needed. They want you to orbit around them, to feel like you must earn their love. But that's not love. It's an invisible contract of control. You think you're in love, but you're being controlled. You think you're changing by choice, but you're slowly losing yourself. A narcissist doesn't just twist emotions, they twist reality. If you've ever found yourself apologizing for things, you're not even sure we're wrong. If you've ever asked, am I just being too sensitive? Or been told, you're imagining things, whenever you pointed out something that felt off, then chances are you've entered the most dangerous part of dealing with a narcissist, gaslighting. Narcissists don't hit hard at first. They work slowly, making you doubt your own emotions, your memories, your instincts. When you're upset, they say you're too negative. When you question them, they say you don't trust enough. When you're hurt, they claim you're overreacting. And little by little, you stop trusting what you feel. Then you stop. A confident person never plays that game. They respect your emotions even when they don't understand them. They're not afraid to say sorry. They're not afraid of the truth because they don't need to be right to feel worthy. But a narcissist? They must be right. Because if they're wrong, that perfect image they've built starts to fall apart. So instead of owning up, they twist the facts and eventually twist your faith in yourself. That's why relationships with narcissists don't just hurt. They erode you piece by piece until you no longer recognize who you've become. Between confidence and narcissism, your choice isn't just to tell them apart. It's to protect yourself. In a world where everyone is learning to speak better, post prettier, and impress faster, narcissists hide more easily than ever, behind polished words, inspiring stories, and flawless images. They make you think this person must be someone I should look up to. But the truth is this, someone truly worth admiring doesn't make you feel like you need to catch up. They make you feel more confident in yourself just by being around them. And that's the deepest difference. A confident person won't make you doubt yourself. They won't make you walk on eggshells. They won't punish you for being honest or make you shrink so they can feel taller. So when you find yourself second-guessing every word you say, when you feel anxious just expressing your thoughts, when you're constantly afraid of disappointing them, pause and ask yourself, is this real admiration or sugar-coated control? You can't change a narcissist, but you can choose not to be their next victim. If you've ever felt like you had to try too hard just to be loved, maybe it wasn't love. Maybe it was manipulation. If you've ever forgotten who you were when you were with someone, maybe you didn't change. Maybe you were disappearing. Remember, a truly confident person will never make you question your own worth. But if someone makes you doubt yourself, they probably don't deserve a place in your life. If this message hit home for you, drop a comment below. Share your story, and don't forget to follow. We've got more truths about narcissists that they don't want you to hear.